Hey there, everybody. It's Raph and Orphen from Hydrophobia,
Hello.
coming to you with a bit more of an off-the-cuff discussion today. It's not our normal, Let's Play or anything. We're going to be talking about the whole Sony PlayStation showcase and all the insanity that's surrounding it. The games, the whole pre-order fiasco, all that stuff. Orphan didn't see it, so I'm going to try and recap him on a couple of the smaller things. But, I say we start off saying, Demon Souls, man, that game looks amazing.
Yes, it does.
I'm
Demon
not.
Souls is awesome.
Turn off your fucking voice mod. Um, we've been.
What do I sound like, even?
You sound like you're in a trash can. All right, so we've been.
Lol.
So I've been kind of watching it again and again, and I can't help but notice that it's at 30 frames, dude. It's at 30
30
frames.
frames. Sus.
Yeah,
Balls.
dude, I can't do another 30 frames per second Demon Souls, man. If you're gonna remaster game, make it 60. And you know what's funny is that I know that stream that Sony showed off was 60 frames because the COD gameplay was obviously 60 frames. You'd think that, oh, it's next gen. You notice how Sony hasn't really talked about the frame rates of their games? Microsoft's coming out and talking about, what the frame rates they support on their console, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. It's kind of depressing, you know? We're talking about
it
frame
kinda
rates
is.
here and all that. Oh, it's sad. But, yeah, Demon Souls, I'm not gonna lie, though, it does look good. I am very concerned about some of the combat. I hope they didn't make it easy or add an easy mode. That'll be, ooh.
Yeah, that'd be...
Because I'm concerned with Sony taking over and the extreme casualization of their games. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm a bit concerned, but overall I'm gonna go into it with a positive mindset. But there's a big elephant in the room we got to talk about. That whole PC debacle, right? The game
Yeah.
apparently isn't coming to PC, but it is. But nobody really knows. Sony backtracked on it. It was in their official press, on the official thing, right? Here's my thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna believe what's in the official marketing. I'm not gonna believe the backtracking because they did this with Death Stranding.
Yeah, they did.
They did this with Death Stranding, and I would say to a lesser extent Horizon Zero Dawn, but far less so because they never really planned on it in the first place, but they put it on anyway, right? So
Yeah.
my thing is, I think Sony's backtracking because they didn't want it to, in the PC announcement, to impact sales of their console, right? Because there are a lot of PC Souls fans, right?
Yeah.
There are a lot of them. And they know that Bloodborne brought them onto the PlayStation economy. And they don't want to lose that fan base back to PC. Because they know a massive amount of the Souls fans, including myself, bought a PlayStation just to play Bloodborne and ended up getting other games too. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
isn't Bloodborne coming to PC as well?
no, we don't know. We don't know. I think that Sony, at least at the beginning of this generation, I think they are planning to bring most of these games to PC. I wouldn't doubt that for any second. My thing is, I think they're bullshitting us and telling us, no, we're not actually going to do it. Or just so they can sell consoles. They're literally lying to us in their marketing about it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm being assholes. Well,
Yeah.
what's new?
Yeah. I'm just surprised that that a massive corporation like that could make such a vital marketing mistake, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it was supposed to be for this other game and all. No, it wasn't. You're lying. You're backtracking because you don't want to lose console sales. And I hate it. I hate that they can get away with it, and I hate even more. I hate the morons that are going on on social media and parroting this stupid thing. Just repeating it over and over again. Oh, it'll never come to PC. I mean, like, that's such a lie.
It is, yeah.
Like, you come in, you see all these games. Sony comes out in their financial report saying, "Hey, yeah, we're looking over the next couple years bringing more games to PC because it's a growing market. They're losing a lot of people to PC, especially with the new announcement of like the low ass prices of these new cards."
Yeah.
Good luck. You know, good luck convincing people who are already on PC to get on your system, right? And they know it too. They know it, and that's kind of the big thing for me. Like that was the only reason I was even considering getting a PlayStation 5. Was like a maybe, like it was a hard maybe even at that. Because like for me, I can live without playing the remastered version of Demon's Souls. I got my PS3. It works. You know what I mean? It has Demon's Souls. One of the only games I have on it is Demon's Souls. It's the only downloaded game I have because I couldn't find a physical copy when I got the system. I was like, all right, it's the same price no matter where I get it, so I'll just get the digital, download it on my system, and then never connect it to the internet. And
my PS3's got the yellow lead of death, so
rip. But
I gotta open it up and fix it sometime. But
I honestly, I think my issue with my PlayStation isn't that it doesn't work. I think it's the problem is that my capture card doesn't want to display it.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
Rip.
But yeah, I just don't see the value on the systems because if I could spend instead of spending $500 on a system that I'm barely gonna play, right? I could invest $500 in a new graphics card. That 3080 looks real nice, man. I could spend an extra $200 on that, you know, which is what I would spend, you know, because I'd end up spending on the new PlayStation, right? Because with tax, it's $550, right? And then I got to go out and buy games for it. So I'd probably go and get Demon's Souls and Cyberpunk, right? And then I need online because I want to do PvP and co-op on Demon's Souls and stuff like that. So there's all that, and by the time I'm done, the money's gonna come out to about the same as just buying a new graphics card. You know, that $700 graphics card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can just upgrade my PC. The rest of my PC can handle that graphics card. I'm gonna be honest with you, like I really like my graphics card, but oof. All right, we're diverting too much, so I say we get back to the thing. Final Fantasy 16. What do you think of that?
From what I've seen and who's directing it and who's involved, it will be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm really excited. Like even like the guy, the combat lead, right? The director. You know, he worked on Devil May Cry 5 and Dragon's Dogma. So that really gained my attention. I was like, you know, Devil May Cry 5 is one of the best action games I've ever played. And then
Dragon's
Dogma.
Yeah,
Dragon's Dogma is awesome. I've been starting to play a little bit more of it on my own time in secret on my Switch.
You gotta fucking finish that game, man. You gotta.
I gotta play more of it because it's I like the combat. I'm really digging the combat.
It's really fun, especially when you get to those bigger enemies.
Yeah,
And like the
I like the
bit of Black Ops DLC is fucking nuts.
Yeah, the whole climbing thing. So I think a lot of the complaints about like the half-assed action combat in 15 is gonna get addressed.
Yeah.
You know, I really do, and I'm pretty excited. And there's some people are like, oh, are they gonna bring like Final Fantasy 7 style combat? But I think they're trying to do new combat systems for each game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be its own thing, and then Final Fantasy 15 is its own thing, and then 16 is its own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm excited. I'm debating, right? Because
I'm kind of Well,
here's my
Final
thing.
Fantasy 16.
Here's my thing. Knowing the history of the Final Fantasy series in general, it's gonna be on PC. I call absolute pull on it being a PlayStation exclusive. It's coming to the other systems. We just
It
gotta wait.
will, but I'm one of those suckers that's gonna get a console for it. I'm not gonna lie, I will be getting a console for it.
Here's
so I
my
can play
thing.
it
I'm
day
gonna
one.
wait.
I'm a douche.
Here's the thing,
I'm one
though.
of those weirdos.
The graphics aren't really exactly like next gen, and I'm not complaining about that. They actually look worse than Final Fantasy 15, but I'm glad because that means it'll actually have a stable frame rate. That's needed for that action combat. You know what I mean? Like, imagine trying to like play a freaking like Devil May Cry style game at 30 frames. I would cry. Oh wait, that actually happened.
It did.
Lol. But yeah, like just thinking about that. But yeah, the absolute lack of like 60 FPS gameplay that we've been getting from Sony is very concerning.
Yeah.
But how about that new Five Nights at Freddy?
Well, I didn't see any of it. Like, I didn't catch the conference at all, as Ruff said.
No,
and that's for the Final Fantasy 15 or 16 thing. I'm trying to keep myself dark on that because, like,
yeah,
that's one of those things that I like to keep dark on. Like,
well,
it's the same.
Here's
thing
my
with, like,
thing.
Metal Gear Solid games and whatnot.
Well, here's my thing. I heard about them showing Demon Souls gameplay, right? And I was like, all right. And so I checked my boy Shirako out, right? Because he posts the trailers for this stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, oh wait, Final Fantasy 16 got announced. So I checked that out, and I was like, it actually looks good. So I'm like debating whether that should be my my first Final Fantasy. No, I'll still make 12 my first Final Fantasy. But
12 is good. 12 is a long one, though.
yeah, I don't know. I'm okay. So back to consoles. I'm looking at this generation and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so the Xbox Series X, right? $500, native 4K, 120 FPS support for at lower resolutions, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, looking at that,
Excuse me.
that's pretty sick.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Apparently, Halo Infinite's multiplayer is going to be free to play. I don't know if you saw that.
Wait, it's free to... What?
Yeah, apparently the multiplayer is going free to play.
Huh.
I just,
That
I'm
is-
very happy about that. I just hope they have a good anti-cheat.
Lol.
Sorry, we're recording this live with the gameplay. I'm kind of exactly the same. And then, so you have that, right? And
Yeah.
Microsoft is showing off high frame rates, high fidelity games, right? Halo Infinite, that demo, as much as people want to make fun of it, that was running on an Xbox One X, an Xbox Series X level of PC, right? Like, it wasn't running on like a really high-end PC. It was running on what would basically be considered a mid-range PC.
Yeah.
And they were showing off 4K 60, probably medium settings, is what I'm assuming, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So basically, they were showing basically what it would run like, that build would run like on a console. A lot of, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I guarantee almost despite what most people are probably thinking, I guarantee almost every single one of those games that Sony showed off was being run on a PC.
Yeah.
I really don't believe. Here's my thing. I'm looking at like what's going on, and I don't think Sony was quite as ready for this console generation as Microsoft.
Definitely, yeah.
Like, okay, so Microsoft is coming in with the mentality that, okay, while we do want to sell consoles, we're not exactly looking to sell consoles. If that makes any sense, right? Because they have Game Pass, right? Sony announced, like, oh, you get these, like, 10 games with freaking, these 10 games from last gen, right? to play with if you get PS Plus. And you're just sitting there like, okay, but Microsoft over here has Game Pass, which gives me like 150 games
Yeah.
for like $15 a month, and I can get Xbox Live, or I can just do it on PC and still get like the same amount of games, but some of them are different, obviously. On both platforms you get Microsoft's first party games. And by the way,
You do, yeah.
that Obsidian game, by the way, that they showed, the medieval RPG one. People are calling it like the Elder Scrolls 6 killer or something like that. Lol. I'm kind of excited for that. I want to see what they do with that.
I
looks
hope
very
it is,
exciting.
to be honest. They need some competition.
Yeah, Bethesda needs some competition. They need a freaking wake up call. I don't think Outer Worlds was what they needed as the wake up call. I don't think Outer Worlds was good enough to be the wake up call that Bethesda needed. It was a solid game, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think it was up where it needed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
We needed basically another New Vegas, right? What we got was a lot closer to an FPS version of Fallout 1, which in its own right is a good game, but it's very short and linear. You know?
It is, yeah.
So, you know. But back to what we were talking about. Dude, I'm digressing too much. You got to keep me on track there.
Lol.
So
I'm trying to make Autism Cat in Oblivion right now.
oh boy. Okay, so
yeah.
Moving on to where we were. Xbox, you get all of this stuff. And then on top of that, by the way, they're not making you like pay for the console up front. They're offering a whole deal where you can pay a certain amount each month to pay off the Xbox. Right? Over time.
Oh yeah.
So you don't have to pay the upfront cost. It's its own other subscription service where you basically put down like, you know, I think it's like $25 a month for like the Xbox Series S, like the lower end model, and with that, while you're paying it off, you get Game Pass, and I think you get Xbox Live while you're like, so realistically, you're sitting there and you're paying for all of that over time, which is really good. Like that's a really good deal. Heck, dude, I might even take advantage of that. Like, I'm not even joking. Like I know, okay, PC Master Race, but at the same time, like, that's a good enough deal where, like, you know, sometimes I have the nostalgia for the console, right?
Yeah.
Because I grew up on console. I know PC so much better. But at the same time, part of me is like, you know, I kind of want to go back just to see what it was like in the good old days. Although it's they're never coming back. You just know in the back of your head it's never coming back. Just stop.
Yeah.
Stop wasting your money on this crap. But and then I don't know, like the whole price proposition of these two systems, just like the Xbox, like on face value, not even worrying about exclusives. The Xbox at face value is an infinitely better proposition in value, right? Because here's my thing: the only IP that I give a shit about with Sony is Demon's Souls and Bloodborne, and that's it. I could not give a shit about God of War, right? As a spectacle fighter hack and slash fan, right? I look at the new God of War as an abomination, right?
Yeah.
You know, over the shoulder, Last of Us style trash, right? You know what I mean? Dude, I saw somebody play through that game. There were so many times where they would get hit by something that wasn't even on the screen, and there's literally no way you could have prevented that. You know, other than, and there was a simple solution to that, because the game devs are idiots and don't know this. You can just pull back the camera and give you full rate, you know, freedom of movement like in the old games, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to keep the over the shoulder the whole time, you know. And you can do it without doing a full camera cut. So your whole, like, one shot, continuous shot through the whole game still works.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, like, thinking about, like, Sony's development process in general, like, thinking about that, you know, in their studios, they spent all this time making it so, like, adding code to their AI that if they're off your screen, they don't, like, they aren't as aggressive. Whereas they could have just done a simple thing where they pull the camera back a little bit.
Yeah.
I
mean, that's kind of what happened with Alpha Protocol, to be honest.
Like, it's a big issue that, and I know I think it's just that it kind of just shows like Sony's development mindset in general, and their developers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
just thinking about like, it's a waste. They're wasting resources like that. At least it's my opinion.
No, they are. They're
Yeah,
being dicks.
I'm just trying to fathom like the hype around a PlayStation because I don't understand it. Because it's just another product, and you're going out to spend all this money, and then Sony comes out and backtracks, right? On like, oh, we're not gonna, you know, next gen is next gen. Unlike Microsoft, we're not gonna like hold games back for previous generation. And then that's exactly what they go into.
Yeah.
It's comedic. Every time. And the Sony boys every time.
They eat it up.
Hey Orphen, I think I just ran into an issue.
What's up?
Okay, so my character, my thing doesn't have any hands. And you're supposed to like pick up and collect things, and I don't think the developers thought you would be crazy enough to have 2 auto cannons arms.
Oh god, you fucked it.
I broke the game, guys. Thanks, Marvelous.
Well, at least you're not having to look at the
but like I'm then
thing that is autism.
And then there's the whole digital trap, right? This discussion is going way slower than I thought it would be. But the whole digital trap, right, that they're trying to get people into, right? They lull you in with the thought like you're saving money by not getting the disc drive, right? And then when you actually think about it, right, you lose the ability to get secondhand games like from other people, gifts, right?
Yeah.
You know, so you can't go out to like your game shop at GameStop and buy, you know, the last year's Call of Duty for $5. You know?
Yeah.
Like, here's my thing. It's like, if I had an Xbox and I'm like, you know what? I'm morbidly curious about COD Infinite Warfare, right? If you had an all digital system, you would have to pay the full $60 for that game if it wasn't on sale. And even then, if it ever goes on sale, Activision keeps it at like 40 because they don't want it to go lower. Or I could go to GameStop and literally pay $5 for a physical copy of it. And I think that's one thing that a lot of a lot of console manufacturers are definitely going to try and get around. And it worked with PC, but the problem is with PC, you have Steam. That's the problem that these console manufacturers can't compete with is Steam. The insane value that Steam brings to the PC market that these system manufacturers cannot compete with. These developers...
Yeah, Steam is great.
Because of Steam sales and all this stuff, games are just so damn cheap on PC. For the most part. Like, yeah, console games can get really cheap, but you gotta wait years and years and years. Whereas, like, within a year, within like a few months, I can get it on a Steam sale and buy a game at like 2/3 or half the price. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. What do you think of the new systems, like in general? Do you think they'd actually ignoring
Well,
exclusives that you may or may not actually care about, right?
yeah.
What do you think would be the better deal, right?
I don't know, probably Expo. Probably Expo.
Yeah.
Expo X.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, exclusive wise, fucking. If you're including that, definitely fucking 5 because of the Final Fantasy thing and fucking whatever the fuck.
Well,
Because
I
I'm a
wouldn't.
huge
Well,
fucking butt nerd for Final Fantasy.
yeah,
But
but I'm gonna ignore timed exclusives, right? Like
yeah,
ignoring timed exclusives because we know because every single Final Fantasy game basically is on PC now.
yeah,
It's coming to PC. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
You'd be absolutely no brain just to think that ain't coming to PC, right? And at
yeah,
this point, I am now that the more I think about it, the more I believe that Demon Souls, its PC port was announced earlier than Sony originally thought, like wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's still. I think it's gonna come. And people are gonna start questioning their purchase of a PlayStation, and it's like 6 months later. Why did I spend $500 on just for one game where I was gonna be able to play it later? You know?
yeah, yeah.
So I'm just thinking about that.
I don't know. God damn. I just don't understand consoles anymore. I really don't.
Like, you did come out and say, I'm gonna buy it anyway, but
Yeah, I will buy it anyway, but I just don't understand what.
yeah, like especially these consoles, because like yeah, the last gen was weak, but I don't understand like the immediate need for like a full generational leap when we've been getting half step after half step after half step. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then I really do think they should have phased out the old systems, kept up with the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, right? You know what I
yeah,
mean? And then eventually came to these systems, but integrated them more with the current gen, what NVIDIA has, right? Where they get insane performance for price. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
what they're gonna end up having is last gen ray tracing, like last gen graphics card ray tracing. So like
yeah,
the 20 series, you know, but it's made by AMD, so it's gonna be worse. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
I know, man.
I'm just I'm questioning the need for these systems to be so expensive, right? Because we could have gotten a couple $400 systems even with the disc drive. Because there's no way the disc drive costs $100, right? Like if you're paying
That's
a hundred
because they
bucks,
want to make money before everyone switches back over to PC.
true. Because a lot of the people that buy these games just for exclusives will only actually play them once. A vast majority of them, which is really funny,
Yeah,
by the way. Like I think it's funny because I got it for Bloodborne, full well knowing one, I'm gonna really like the game. Two, I'm gonna play it a lot, and I did. I think I beat it 30 something times. I
sounds
lost.
like me and Dragon's Dogma.
I lost track after 27. I'm not even joking. I played it just as much as I played Dark Souls 3 on all systems.
Hmm.
Except for minus the PvP time. So basically, I spent the same amount of playthroughs as Dark Souls, Bloodborne as I did Dark Souls 3. on PC alone. But yeah, I think that's everything. Any final thoughts you wanted to put in?
I don't know. I just hope that Final Fantasy 16 can reverse the fucking wave that Final Fantasy's been going lately. Because 15 was a fucking hell of a letdown,
Yeah. Well,
and it sucked balls.
well, how like I don't know. Let's just extend this even longer. What made 15 like so crap?
It wasn't even the gameplay. The gameplay was fine, but it was really just the lack of story. Like they spread everything out over such a big
Yeah.
medium that like there was nothing there in the fucking game. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm on a road trip with two other dudes. I'm on a road trip in a sausage party in a fucking car. Oh, whoopee. Fucking. Then when shit starts happening and you get the DLCs, it's like, okay, cool, but you could have put it in a fucking game. Also, the art in DLC is fucking brilliant, but that's too little too fucking late, fellas. You shouldn't have caved to. Also, they shouldn't have caved to pressure and fucking change the whole setup of Noctis's like home city, like for China, as well. Because originally they had like the worship of death and all that other shit, and they had to fucking change it because China had a hissy fit. Fuck you!
Ugh,
Fucking stick to your guns.
I don't know why they just
Fuckers.
I don't. I maybe I understand more for like Japan changing their stuff for China. It's when America does it, right? Because Japan is so close to China, it kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Logistically, but in terms of the U.S. doing stuff like that, that's where I kind of raise my eyebrow and go, really, really?
I just don't fucking like it.
Yeah, but the
Fucking.
I don't know. I mean, I've never really cared about Final Fantasy or any of its iterations, right? Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I really haven't thought about Final Fantasy in a long time. And I never really have wanted to,
Yeah.
Because it's... I don't know. I don't know how to describe it other than I just don't care. Final Fantasy 16 has piqued my interest, similar to how 12 has. But other than that, like, I look at it, and I don't know, man.
Yeah, I get you.
And then, I don't know, man. The whole Demon Souls remake has me really worried. Because they show off gameplay, right? No HUD,
Yeah.
right? The camera's way lower than it should be, by the way. Way lower.
It is. Oh, really?
Yeah, like, camera's really low and it's over the shoulder. Oh, I hope you can turn that off and go back to the standard camera. PvP.
If this is from
by the
Soft,
way,
you should be able to.
well, no, it's not from Soft making it. It's Bluepoint, the guys that did the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Well, yeah. If it's Bluepoint, I don't think we've got that much to worry about. Bluepoint did a fantastic job of Shadow of the Colossus. They kept everything the way it should be. I'm guessing that you'll have the option.
My problem is, I look at it and I'm like, I wonder if they're taking a bit more liberties than they probably should have. You know what I mean? Not saying Demon Souls is a perfect game, far from it. I think it needs a bit of streamlining in some places. I really do, because
I think I know the exact parts you're talking about.
there is some really obtuse bullshit in Demon Souls.
Also, yeah,
Upgrading weapons.
I hope they. Yeah.
Sorry, I
also
coughed
hope
there.
they keep the. Well, I hope they keep the fact that if you attack people, they stay hostile for the rest of the fucking game.
Wasn't that in
was
Dark Souls
funny.
1?
Yeah,
Well, no,
but,
that's
I mean, you,
no,
you
the
were
o-
talking about the casualization aspect, so,
Well,
like...
they had that in every single game except for Dark Souls 2, where they left gravestones. So I don't know, but I am worried. The frame rate has me very concerned. Sony's just vagueness about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you notice that
Well, it'll be...
now,
They're always vague. I fucking hate Sony for that.
multiplayer and stuff like that has been confirmed, so we don't have to worry too much about that.
Good.
Which is very good.
Yes, it is.
I don't want to have to worry about the trash that is, you know, just having them going half-assed with it. Kind of like they did with Modern Warfare 2. Are you aware they did a remaster of Modern Warfare 2's campaign and nobody knows?
I know, I knew about that, yeah.
Like, and nobody talks about it. Like, it happened, and then everyone just moved on with their lives. Maybe it's because Modern Warfare 2 isn't as good as people thought it was.
Yeah.
I hate to burst people's bubble. Modern Warfare 2 ain't that great.
No, it's not.
I can appreciate the multiplayer, but ooh, that single player, rip, big rip. But the whole, where was I? I forgot.
Well,
LOL. Call of Duty on new Call of Duty, my guy. I know I haven't been excited for a Call of Duty in a very long time. This one has piqued my interest, but I'm still very skeptical.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I get you.
Just because of the
Yeah.
recent bullshit surrounding the Call of Duty games and stuff like that. I'm very skeptical, and I really don't want to download the stupid Blizzard.net garbage. You know?
Yeah, I get you.
I really don't want to have to download that again. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, EA Access pairing up with Xbox Game Pass. How about that?
That's fucking dope. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, I have a
More free games is always good.
Yeah, dude, Discord partnered up with Xbox Game Pass. If you get Nitro, you get 3 free months. You know?
I can't get that to activate on my fucking thing for some reason. It's fucking annoying me.
I have mine. I haven't activated mine yet, though. I need to do it.
It's fucking weird. It just doesn't wanna work. Also, I hear that Moon speaking in the background there.
Yeah, I'm playing Demon X Machina. This game is great. Yeah, this game. This is one of those games that some people are like, "Oh, it's never coming to any other system." Freaking the Switch boys, dude. Super Mario All-Stars, freaking stupid. The 3D All-Stars. I'm honestly kind of livid about it, because Nintendo out here condemning ROMs and emulation, all this crap, and they come out here with a half-assed remaster of games with, like, Switch button prompts tacked onto it. Didn't even bother changing the fucking button prompts for frickin' Sunshine. They're still the GameCube button prompts. It's literally a ROM with some upgraded text with a texture mod. Like,
yeah.
you can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. And it's honestly kind of depressing to think about, like, hey. It's funny, because they were refusing to say anything for so long. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of, like, half there with, like, the Nintendo radio silence, and then out of nowhere, a new announcement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it keeps me on my toes, but it's also extremely frustrating to not know, like, what's going on with this system that I purchased, right? I think they're doing it
Yeah.
to... Well, here's my thing. I understand why they're doing it. I think they're trying to avoid another Metroid Prime 4 Bayonetta 3 situation where they announce a game and then 3 years later everyone's wondering, hey, where the hell is it? Right? Where's the news? Oh, we had the reboot, you know. You know what I mean? They want to announce their
Yeah.
games when they know they can definitely meet the deadline. Right? Especially with the
definitely.
uncertainty of the virus. But yeah.
Autism Cat, why did you pick up the club?
You going unarmed
That is
in
not for you.
Oblivion with your Khajiit? Like a real
I
Khajiit
haven't
player?
decided yet. I might actually go bows, just because it's fun just to pick people off from a distance and just laugh as they try to hit you. But I figure since he's called Autism Cat and since I made him look absolutely freaking retarded, I might actually set him up with a warhammer.
Yeah. But yeah, that Hyrule Warriors game coming out. Oh boy, Hyrule Warriors. Made by the same people that made the most boring game in existence, Hyrule Warriors 1, and all of the other Warriors games in existence. Dude.
I don't mind the
Warriors games are so boring.
I mean, I don't mind them.
I
think
find
they're
them
pretty fun.
so incredibly boring.
I mean, everyone has different opinions on stuff like that.
I like them. I got a friend who's fucking heavy into them.
Tell your friend he's the brainlet.
Nah, he's cool.
Tell him to play a better hack and slash like Devil May Cry.
Oh, he likes Devil May Cry 2. I mean, as well. Not he doesn't like Devil May Cry 2.
I was about to say, that explains a lot.
But yeah, he is cool. He actually got me into Dynasty Warriors a lot more. I think it was either Dynasty Warriors 7 or 8, but one of a 360.
Which one? There's like 8 million of them.
The fucking... I don't fucking know. One of them.
Fucking with you.
There's like yeah, there are a million. No, Autism Cat needs no potions of healing. Autism Cat can heal himself.
So mistakes have been made. Now, honestly, I intended this video to be a lot shorter, but there's just so much more to talk about in gaming news that I just haven't talked to you about. You know?
Yeah.
By the way, the whole thing...
Oh. Yeah.
Like, all of my complaints about Super Mario 3D All-Stars is before we even get to the fact that it's limited release.
Yeah, that's fucking... I was about to say... Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. Game, I know how to sneak. I played Oblivion a lot. Autism Cat sneaking up to a goblin. This one sees you. Gimme.
Sorry for not talking for a moment. I'm trying to not die. But the, that whole limited release shit. How do they get away with
releases
that,
are
man?
bullshit. I don't fucking know. I hate it. I hate it with a fucking passion. It's fucking so stupid. It is so dumb.
I have run out of ammo.
Perish. Perish.
Did I break him?
Maybe. Oh, also, guys, comment
No, I
down
didn't
below
break it, I
if you want to see a playthrough of Oblivion with one
With Autism Cat?
with Autism Cat. Yes, I stole the name and the idea from someone else. I don't give a shit. It's funny. Fuck you. But if you want to see Oblivion actually being played to completion, I can do it. I'm one of a few people that actually likes Oblivion more than Skyrim, which is fucking heresy in most people's books, but I can give several examples as to why it's
No, that's
actually
fine. It's
a lot
like
better than
your
people
opinion,
think.
man, and I almost agree, but I just play Skyrim more because it's easier to just boot up and go.
Yeah, I mean, the
That's my
Radiant
thing.
AI system is fucking insane.
Well,
Like,
they toned it down for Skyrim because it was
No,
too good.
they got rid of it completely for Skyrim.
Really?
Yes, everything is programmed.
You sure about that?
It's no longer. Yes, I am absolutely sure. Everything is programmed. It's no longer. NPCs no longer have desires to do things. They no longer have desires to do things. They will do things that they are programmed to do.
That's interesting.
At certain, it's only the only time it's randomized is what time of the day they do it. But every action is already programmed in. Whereas with Oblivion, it's always random. Like
oh boy.
Let's take Big Head for an example. The Argonian Big Head. So he really likes forks, right? so he has a desire to get forks. So occasionally he'll just be like, I see a fork. I'm in someone else's house. I love forks. I want to steal that fork. So he steals a fork. And some NPCs in this game are more predisposed to crime than others. Like you've got the you've got the skooma culture of I can't remember what town it is, but you got that. I mean, you got other shit. There's just way more lifelike than like Skyrim ever could be with the NPC behaviors. It's fucking nuts.
Lol. That is funny.
Fuck you! I unlocked that thing, you ass. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sitting here looking at my character, my mech here, right? And
yeah.
Oh my. Look at him. Look at his boy. I called it Hydrophobia.
Nice.
Lol. But I was gonna put on like a proper arm or something, but nah. But I feel like we should wrap it up. This is getting kind of long, and we're no longer talking about what we should be talking about.
Yeah.
Lol. Oblivion playthrough coming somewhat soon. Crash Bandicoot 4 at some point. I don't know if it ever comes to PC.
Raph has no childhood, so he'll obviously suck at that too.
Well, I mean, if I get good at the rest of the Crash Band, I think I'll be okay at Crash by the time we get to 3. Let's be real here.
I don't think so.
Oh, shut up. But Crash coming eventually. New consoles are terrible options if you're gonna try and get into something for gaming. Especially if you're already a PC gamer, don't even bother.
Yeah.
Don't even bother.
Like,
don't even bother.
You really need
press the biggest X you have there to doubt that Demon Souls remake is not coming to PC. They just revealed it too early, and now they're backtracking.
Yeah, I mean, I just say if you really need to, like, if you really need to have a console.
If you have
like, I hate Sony.
If you have absolutely no self-control at all, go ahead and buy the console.
Yeah, like as for me, I'm gonna
like
have
Orphen,
the Switch or Switch 2, the PS5, and the fucking
like
PC.
Orphen and
because all of
buy a
Sony's,
console.
all of fucking Microsoft shit's come on the fucking PC anyway.
The only thing I can defend with Nintendo, like for playing like crappier versions of the games I already have, right, is I can take it with me wherever I want, right? Gotta go to my uncle's
Yeah.
house for the weekend. All right, I'm bringing this thing. Oh, hey, we're going on a trip to whatever. Oh, I can bring my Switch with me and play like Skyrim, Zelda, whatever, you know? So,
yeah, I mean,
like,
damn, I've got to actually download Skyrim and
so like,
Dragon's Dogma
I
for
sit
Switch.
there and I'm like, okay, yes, I can defend the Switch. I'm not going to defend its awful performance or its Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and defend that. But, like, as a concept, being able to play very playable versions of these games, right? Plus the Nintendo first-party games, which are actually generally really good. And well worth your money, except for Animal Crossing. That game should be marked as early access. As good as much as I enjoy it, that game really should have been marked as early access.
Yeah, it really should have.
Although, I think a lot of people complaining that it doesn't have as much content. Also, I think forgot to mention that they also have had so much more time to play it, right? Than they probably would have normally had, because Animal Crossing came out right as the lockdown started, right?
Yeah, it did.
Animal Crossing came out literally the week. Like, I went to pick up Animal Crossing, and the next day, the government shut down my entire state. So Animal Crossing came out.
Get back in your house!
Doom Eternal came out on Thursday. I picked that up. Right? And then Animal Crossing came out the next day. I picked that up. Like, I literally drove up to my GameStop, and the guys, my two buddies who work there were standing outside. And then I was like, yo, can I pick up Animal Crossing? And they're like, you know what? We know you. Yeah, come on in. So I picked it up. And, we got that taken care of. But the absolute insanity that is the Nintendo fans whenever there's like a direct, right, surrounding directs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the absolute hostility that really any fans of games have for developers when they put out like news and like newsletters about things that aren't the game specifically can be sometimes shocking, right?
Yeah.
Because 343 Industries has been putting out like developer showcases, right? Like here's what each of our here's the developer, and here's what they do at the company, and here's why they're great at, you know, what they do, and why we have, you know, and why we're, you know, friends, why they're our friend, and all this happy stuff. And then, like, oh, it's not Halo Infinite news? Die.
Yeah.
Nintendo does this too with directs. Oh, it's not Mario or Zelda? Die. Crappy indie games. Suck shit. Dude, I can't wait till our game comes out and people are like, oh, it's crap because it's not Mario or Zelda.
Die.
But yeah, like it's just funny to think about, like. And I was seeing like I'm gonna be honest, the way some of these developers handle that, like, you know, like that really stupid backlash is really immature. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they act like they go and grandstand on Twitter and stuff like that. I'm like, that's not the way you do it, right? Because you're gonna alienate people on your audience who, you know, are opposed to that stuff, but also hate it when companies grandstand and stuff like that on Twitter. So,
Yeah.
you know, and you end up turning people away, right?
Yeah.
I that's not the way you do it. What you do is you say, "Oh well," you know, like,
Yeah.
you say in a different way. You don't come out and say, "Oh, we don't like the in our community," and what you do is you say, "Well, that's too bad. We'll do what we want." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's our time and our money we're putting into this. And development is going well enough where we think we have the time and money to put into this other stuff. Right? to say thank you to our developers. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
there are many ways to handle it, and the things I see on Twitter from these developers makes me want to no longer follow them.
Yeah.
Because I go on there because those are the best places to get news about like new bugs and stuff like that from like Destiny and the Halo MCC and stuff like that. Right? If there's any ongoing issues,
true, they're fucking hilarious.
you know them. You know the issues immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking like, man, I really should leave Twitter, but at the same time, this is how I know when Bungie releases the frickin' TWAB or like the new patch notes, right? Or
Yeah.
hey, don't do this thing because if you do it, all of your stuff is gone. Or don't get on right now because if you do get on, we broke the game, so we're gonna have to roll back all of the accounts by 24 hours.
I remember that.
Oh my god. I remember when that happened and I was astonished. I was like it was two major mainline updates in a row that this happened. Luckily they fixed everything that was going wrong, but nobody had any idea what was going on and why it was like that.
Yeah.
I
There was
just,
also that cool little bug that we found that day.
which one?
Remember to get the sniper?
I'm trying to remember what you're talking about.
Remember the one-hit kill thing?
You have to be more specific, my guy.
The one where we went through that fucking whole raid and we were just killing things in one hit.
Oh, that one hit, that instant like damage glitch with yeah, the damage glitch in the Whisper, the Worm, and 0 Hour missions. I remember that, and they left it for so long. Like it was there for 2 months or something like that. And
Yeah,
I think
that
they
was
knew
nuts.
about it and waited to patch it so more people would get the chance to go through those missions. Right? I sherped so many people through that. Like if you look
I
at my
remember when he took me. I remember when he took me from. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
yeah, that was
What?
amazing. That was amazing. But the yeah, I just it's just annoying to like follow people on Twitter that you're like, okay, I'm here for your updates about your game. I'm not here to hear about this stuff. You know, and I get the sentiment, but to be there's a I mean, my thing is like if you don't like it, please just don't say anything or just be like, hey, you know, I'd rather get updates about the game, but hey, you do you kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
I don't understand like the need for the hostility that some people bring to these. But it's also but what doesn't help is the hostile response from the developers either. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I don't like either. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to start my own thing, right? I'm not going to do that to you guys, right? Because we rely on you guys for money, right? We're going to rely on you
Yeah.
people for money. So it's like, hey, I'm not going to piss off my fan base because I'm not dumb, right? I'm not crazy enough to go, oh, we don't need X in our community or whatever. I'm not going to grandstand like that. You know what I mean? Unless you're a pedophile. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I will personally see you out. But but you know what I mean? It's just I'm going in circles here, but I'm
Oh,
baffled.
great! Asshole took Renault's katana that I was trying to save. Oh well, fuck it.
But so yeah, I think this is we're going in circles. I think we should end soon. On some channel news, right? Pro Metroid Prime 2. That's been a long-awaited sequel to one of the first like serious videos I put on this channel. You know what I mean? I say serious
Yeah.
videos, like all of our videos are goofy and whatever. But like the first like seriously edited set of videos other than that Terraria playthrough, which we need to do more of. Oh yeah, by the way, they added split screen to Terraria on Switch. Just wanted to add.
Oh, nice.
So the Terraria will get around to doing that again eventually. I might see if I can get Storm to edit that together. 'Cause
That'd
if
be
I'm-
cool. Storm knows when to fuck around with his little editing tricks and shit.
Yeah, that would be cool if I can get Storm to do that for us. Or I should just say now, Storm is going to do it for us, whether he likes it or not. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Storm, you fuck.
Lol.
Do it,
No, but
you bitch.
we're in a couple months, kind of looking at maybe getting a Kickstarter up for our game, which is exciting.
I was talking to a couple of my friends about our game, staying passing, because like they were fucking just ripping on me just because they fucking would like to fuck with each other about like me not doing anything.
Lol.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm fucking helping with a game, motherfucker, with just like Metroid but better. I was like, my friend raised an actual point though, like, fucking Nintendo. Okay, fellas, you protect your IPs with everything, right? Like you're insanely fucking like trigger happy with that shit, but you don't release a game in that series for how long?
Exactly.
And you expect people not to fucking make their own inspired games and
Or
do whatever the fuck.
or do remakes of previous games or anything like that. 'Cause oh man. But yeah, but yeah, Kickstarter in maybe a few months, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. So far, vehicle models are done. Track assets are ready to go to the engine. All this stuff. Music's pretty much done. We're missing like a couple of menu songs, which is the boring stuff. Although it doesn't have to be boring.
Yeah.
You know, I should probably rework the pipe dream line too. But other than that, channel stuff, Pro Metroid Prime 2, I actually finished recording the footage for it. So I I only need to Oh wait, no, I'm thinking about it now. Maybe I should play through the Wii version and do at least the Spider Ball fight. Because I do want to compare the two. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to, but at the same time, part of me is like, man, I really don't want to play through 6 hours of Metroid Prime 2 just to do that one little section and film it. You know, on the Wii too. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because what I was gonna
Yeah,
do,
I get you.
I was just gonna hook up my my Wii U and play the console version. But because the trilogy version on emulation is really janky.
Yeah.
But and then what else? More Crash videos coming out. We did some recording on Dusk. That should be coming out sometime after this video. So that'll be
It should,
exciting.
yeah.
Dusk is really fun, and I embarrass myself by playing worse than I ever have before. Like, it's funny, you think I'm like, oh, Raph is probably actually really terrible at games. No, I'm terrible when I'm recording. And, like, generally. Orphen, I have a statement for you before we sign off. Get Dark Souls remastered on PC so we can play it together and do a series on it. I really want to do a series on Dark Souls remastered, and I don't want to have to play through it with Hipster. Lol.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. Okay.
No, I'm fine. That would be hilarious. But his mic quality, honestly, I would actually do like a mini series with Hipster if his mic quality was better. You know,
I get you.
I'm not lying. He's a cool dude. He's funny. He can be a bit annoying sometimes, but I'm gonna be honest. I really don't mind him. But other than that, I'm working on a second project. I don't know what I can say about it, but they're looking to also put up a Kickstarter in about a month or so. So I'll let you guys
Hey,
know
nice.
when that goes live, because I'm doing the music for it. So that'll be pretty neat to see. I told them you're a bug
That'd be
tester
cool.
and that you might be able to help out. You know,
Oh, nice.
you're a QA guy, so yeah, you do QA for Postal 4. You fuck.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, you get to play the ultra super duper janky version of the game before anybody else
but
gets to
it's
play it.
fun.
Oh, by
Dude,
the way,
I remember when you were
Um,
streaming it in Discord chat, just a little bit, and just like every 5 minutes it was it was like every minute it was crashing. At least back when you were first doing it. It's probably gotten a lot more stable.
It's
as it
been
goes on,
fixed.
but
Yeah, it has. It's been fixed.
the base has
the
been a lot
latest
more
build,
stable. But yeah, no.
yeah, the latest build, by the way, has been released on fucking Steam and whatever the fuck. Go
Yeah.
get it. It's really good. We've got a new weapon. It's a flare gun. It's fucking.
Wait, did you
hits.
notice that was the price always 25?
Phone, could you please take the charger down?
Lol.
Wait, was it what?
Was it always $25 on Steam? Or did they raise it a
I can't
or did they rate I swear it was $20 and they raised it up to
I think they
25
raised it
when
a bit.
Tuesday came out.
Yeah, I think we raised it a little bit, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
fine. I mean,
No, that's fine.
They-
It's going to be a good game. I have faith in running with scissors on this one. Also that
Yeah.
Postal Boomer shooter looks freaking awesome.
it does.
I'm very excited. They're working closely with the company. Don't worry, guys. It's not going to be another outsourcing disaster where they
No, it's
outsource
not.
to a
It's gonna
company
be
that
good.
outsources to another company, and then you get Postal 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Okay. I'm gonna send you a picture of Autism Cap, by the way.
oh boy. Hang on. Before we end it and before we do the whole like and subscribe thing here at the end, I do want to see this.
Okay, let me
see this.
let me get out into the sunlight first.
All right. Well, hurry up. Hurry up. I don't know. I don't think the sunlight's going to help you very much. I think it's going to make it worse.
Oh, it will make it worse. That's what I'm counting on.
All right, hurry up. You're in Oblivion. Just COC it. All right.
Oh my god! Now it's coming out with all the DLC shit.
Jesus.
What are you doing?
Give me a sec.
Oh,
I'm
you
trying to
walked
get
out of
through
the you walked
Yeah,
out
I
of
walked
the
out of the sewers and it's like, hey,
DLC,
you can do
DLC,
this.
DLC. Dude, I hate it when they do that. I like they do that every time. Like I every time I try to boot up a new game in New Vegas, because I love New Vegas and I play on like tons of different characters, tons of different builds. And I forgot I hadn't played in a while, so I started up a new character because I didn't feel like booting up any of my old characters. And I forgot about the insane amount of like pop-ups for each
Okay,
DLC.
press print screen. Hopefully it works.
Just do
I'm sending you
F12,
the
you fuck. Aren't you on Steam?
Yeah, but I like to do it this way. Shut up.
What do you mean it's worse? All right, let me see this. Let me see this beautiful.
Oh, no, it
beautiful...
didn't work.
I'm actually gonna have to press F12.
Oh no, you have to press the key that's literally right next to it on the keyboard. Lol. I do want to show people this before we do the whole like and subscribe and then end this freaking hour-long video. That
Okay,
was
so where do I
probably
go to get?
supposed to be
Where do I go to
15
get the
minutes.
screenshot?
So go on to your Steam page. Onto Steam. And then you can go to
You have to go to content, don't you?
No. Underneath your whole thing on Bethesda, it should be you should just see activity or whatever. Like right at the top, like
Okay.
in your library. And then you can right click on the on one of the screenshot you took, and then like manage screenshots, and you can go to your folder.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
Yeah. There we go.
What if we kissed in front of the Wayne and Priory? Haha, JK, unless. All right. I don't know. I don't think your Oblivion character can beat that.
Oh, I think I can.
All right,
It's 9 megabytes. It's uploading now.
all right, 9
Everyone
megabytes.
get ready for
good
Autism
lord.
Cat.
Oh boy.
And it's like I'm playing in 4K, dude. It took a 4K screenshot. Shut up. You ass.
Lol. All right, let's see this. Also, Easy Escape was right before we started this call. he started streaming Spyro speedruns, but I added too many mods. And he's
Okay,
playing.
it's nearly done.
And he replaced Spyro with Blue Eyes Blue Dragon, and the thing that follows you with fucking Kaiba. And you're it had a life point thing too, like floating right next to Kaiba, and it actually like showed your actual health in the game.
Yeah. I just realized I'm gonna have to play with this character throughout the entirety of the playthrough. No. Oh my god, it looks like shit.
What are we gonna call him? Night Autismo?
No, his name is Autism Cat. It needs to be Autism
It's still not
Cat.
uploaded, by the way. Oh, there it is. Ah. All right. Here, let's take a look at this beautiful thing. Look at him. Look at him. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he beautiful?
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Autism Cat.
You know,
2.0.
you should have made him a true Oblivion character and had his head be like stupid thin.
Oh, I can do that. I can just go back because I saved at the Imperial Sewers entrance.
Yeah. Oh man,
So I can go back and do that later.
if you don't save at the sewer exit, are you really playing Oblivion, right?
Yeah, seriously, it makes
Because
it so much easier to
I
just
hate that intro.
get out there and do. Yeah.
I hate that intro so much.
I know you.
You're the one from my dreams. The ones where I woke up
You're
and
the
threw up
one from
everywhere.
my dreams.
The ones where I woke up and threw up everywhere. Dude, my
You
first
are
time
Autism
playing Oblivion.
Cat.
My first time playing Oblivion, my friend said that and I freaking lost it. Because I made the ugliest motherfucker you've ever seen. It was so great. Alright. Alright. That's enough. Oblivion coming soon. Dusk coming soon. Metroid Prime, Pro Metroid Prime 2 coming eventually. Like and subscribe. This went on way longer than I wanted it to. Good lord. Here, before we go, take a look at my character in this game. Mr. Anime Robot Man. Well, he's more of a robot with an anime dude's head. At this point.
Well,
But yeah. New consoles are a freaking rip-off. Just get a PC. That's all I have to
Yeah,
say.
just do it.
Screw you, Nintendo, and your stupid limited time bullshit with your Mario games that I already own. I'm not dumb enough to buy them again. Alright.
I just want you to see Autism Cat one more
Watch,
24
watch,
on stream.
watch this. I'm gonna end up buying it in like 3 months. You're just gonna see me doing a playthrough of Mario 64 on Switch. Just watch. Just watch. I'm gonna cave and buy it. I'm calling it out now, so you guys can't say anything. All right.
Yeah, Raph, look at this.
I don't want to. Oh God, why is he naked? I'm not. This is NSFW. I can't show this on the video.
He's got a fucking.
All right, guys.
He's on. Come on.
All right, guys.
God damn it.
That's the end of the video. Like and subscribe. This went on for.
I'm gonna drown him.
Once again, this went on for way too long. And we'll see you in the next video. Those are our thoughts on kind of all of the gaming news that's been kind of going on lately. Just because we never really talk about gaming news on this channel, and I thought, we need to talk about some of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just get our opinions out there. If you watched all the way through and you're listening to us now rambling about liking and subscribing, thank you. Thank you for listening to us ramble for like half of this video after we basically finished what we were going to say half an hour in, and then continued the rant for another 45 minutes.
I know, right?
About stupid bullshit. But we'll see you guys next time. I might actually do a Demon X Machina playthrough on the channel. Just a no skipping cutscenes, no commentary, just to emphasize how absolutely nonsensical the story is in this game.
Oh, it's fucking weird.
It makes no sense at all to me. There's too many characters that I have to keep track of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's my biggest problem. There's too many characters. Right?
Autism Cat's dream came true.
But,
He found shoes.
But yeah, all right. That's it. Stop distracting me. I'm ending this video. Adios, Retrosados. Subscribe to Hydrophobia.
My dick stinks.
Subscribe to Hydrophobia. The hit new YouTube channel. Rapidly growing. We're at 55 subs now. And we'll see you next time. All right, Dusk or Crash? All right, Dusk it is, because I actually have multiple of those videos actually ready to go. I still have to render part 5 of Crash. No, wait. No. We're out of Crash videos. We need to start recording Crash again. So I'll start uploading Dusk until we get around to that. All right. Bye, everybody.
Peace, guys.